Another exciting sports car championship is kicking off for the 2025 season this weekend and is expected to have great battles on the tracks. And I'm talking about the GT World Challenge Europe Endurance Cup. This is the most important GT category in Europe and runs only GT3 car specs. And this weekend we will have the 6 hours of Paul Ricard, which will be the GT World Challenge Europe season opener. 59 cars are confirmed and will be separated by 4 different classes, which are bronze, silver, gold and pro. So in this video, I will be introducing the 6 hours of Paul Ricard entry list. So let's check now all the teams and drivers. There will be 16 cars confirmed for the Bronze Cup class this weekend at Paul Ricard, with 7 different brands involved. At the Bronze Cup, in a lineup with 3 drivers, the first one must be bronze rated, the second one must be bronze or silver, and the third one can be bronze, silver, gold or platinum rated. So let's check now all the teams. Aston Martin in the Bronze Cup will be represented only by Comtoyu Racing number 270. So check now the drivers for this team. Audi in the Bronze Cup will have 3 cars, with Saint-Aloc Racing and Tresor Attempto Racing being the team operators. So what about now checking the drivers? BMW will have 2 cars in the Bronze Cup, represented by BMW Italia Staccato Racing and Paradigm Competition. So let's check now the drivers' lineup in both teams. The Prancing Horse brand will have 5 cars confirmed in the Bronze Cup, with Kessel Racing, Rinaldi Racing, AF Corse and Ziggo Sport Tempesta operating the 296 GT3 cars. So let's check now all the drivers. McLaren at Bronze Cup will be represented only by Garage 59 team with a single car. So let's check now the drivers in this crew. Mercedes in the Bronze Cup will have only Winward Racing representing the German brand, also with a single car. So let's check now the crew. And about Porsche in the Bronze Cup, we will have 2 cars with Lion Speed GP and Rutronic Racing as the teams. So let's check now the drivers' lineup. There will be 17 cars confirmed for the Silver Cup class this weekend at Paul Ricard, with 9 different brands involved. At the Silver Cup, in a lineup with 3 drivers, all of the teams must have a driver lineup consisting of silver rated. So let's check now all the teams. Aston Martin will have 2 cars at the Silver Cup, represented by Comtoyu Racing and Walkenhorst Motorsport. So let's check now the drivers confirmed in both teams. Like in the Bronze Cup, Audi will also be represented by Saint-Aloc Racing and Tresor Attempto Racing at the Silver Cup, but with only 2 cars in total. So what about now checking the drivers? BMW will have 3 cars in the Silver Cup, represented by Team WRT, Century Motorsport and Paradigm Competition. So let's check now the drivers' lineup in these teams. Corvette will be making its debut at GT World Challenge Europe and will be represented by Stellar Motorsport with a single car at Silver Cup. So let's check the drivers now. The Blue Oval Company will have a single car in the Silver Cup and will be represented by HRT Ford Performance Team number 65. So let's check now the drivers in this team. Lamborghini will have 3 cars competing at the Silver Cup at Paul Ricard. GRT Grassa Racing Team, VSR and Barwell Motorsport will be the teams. So let's check now all the drivers. Like at Bronze Cup, McLaren will also have a single car in the Silver Cup, but will be represented by CSA Racing using the number 112. So let's check now the drivers in this team. Mercedes in the Silver Cup will have 3 cars competing and will be represented by GetSpeed with 2 cars and Boutsen VDS with a single car. So let's check now the drivers confirmed. And in Porsche, Dynamic GT will be the only team representing the Stuttgart brand with a single car using the number 54. So let's check now the drivers confirmed. There will be 8 cars confirmed for the Gold Cup class this weekend at Paul Ricard with 6 different brands involved. At the Gold Cup, in a lineup with 3 drivers, the first driver must be maximum silver rating and 2 other drivers must be maximum gold rated. So let's check now all the teams. At the Gold Cup, we will have Max Verstappen with his team making the debut in GT World Challenge with a single car with a partnership with 2Cs Motorsport. In this team we will have the Redline Sim racer Chris Lullum making his debut in Real Motorsport and will join Thierry Vermeulen and Harry King. At the Gold Cup, Audi will have only a single car by Tresor Attempto Racing using the number 88. In this team, we will have Leonardo Mancini, Ricardo Casaniga and Sebastian Ogard as the drivers. BMW will also have a single car in the Gold Cup, represented by Almana Racing by WRT using the number 777. The drivers in this team will be Al Faisal Al Zubayi, Ben Tuck and Jens Klingman. Lamborghini will also have a single car in the Gold Cup and will have Paul Motorsport number 333 as the team. The drivers will be Marzio Moretti, John Paul Southern Jr. and Maximilian Paul. McLaren at the Gold Cup will be the only company to have more than 1 car, with 3 competing this weekend at Paul Ricard operated by Optimum Motorsport, Team RJN and Garage 59. In the number 5 Optimum Motorsport, the drivers will be Mikey Potter, Larjam Ali and James Allen. At the number 23 Team RJN, the drivers will be Reese Barr, Alex Buncombe and Tommy Foster. And in the number 58 Garage 59, the drivers will be Louis Pritt, Dean McDonald and Adam Smalley. And in Porsche, Herberth Motorsport will be the only team with a single car using the number 92. The drivers will be Rolf Eneischen, Joel Sturm and Tim Heinemann. There will be 18 cars confirmed for the Pro Cup class this weekend at Paul Ricard with 8 different brands involved. Like the name says, the Pro Cup is designated for the professional drivers and there's any kind of restriction in the lineup in which there must be 3 drivers for each car. So let's check now all the teams. Aston Martin will have 2 cars in the Pro Cup this weekend at Paul Ricard, operated by Comtoyu Racing and Walkenhorst Motorsport. In the number 7 Comtoyu Racing, which was the 24 Hours of Spa winner last year, the driver lineup will be the same from the last year with Marco Sorensen, Mattia Drudi and Nicky Thiem. And in the Walkenhorst Motorsport number 34, Christian Krones is the new driver in the lineup and joins David Pittard and Enrique Chavez. BMW at the Pro Cup will also have 2 cars, being operated by Team WRT and Rove Racing. At the number 32 Team WRT, we will have a new lineup with Charles Weerts being the only remaining driver from the last season. Hugo de Wilde and Kelvin van der Linde are the new drivers replacing Dries van Thor and Sheldon van der Linde, who are focused on the IMSA GTP full season this year. And in the number 98 Rove Racing, we will also have a different lineup with Rafael Marchiello, Augusto Farfus and Jesse Krohn. The Maranello brand will have 2 cars in the Pro Cup being operated only by AF Corse. In the car number 50, the drivers will be Antonio Fuoco, Artur Leclerc and Eliseo Dono. And in the sister car number 51, there will be a single change with Vincent Abril replacing Davide Rigan and joins Alessio Rovera and Alessandro Pierguidi. The Blue Oval Company will have a single car in the Pro Cup and will be represented by HRT Ford Performance Team number 64. The drivers are Arjun Maini, Jan Martinborough and Thomas Druet. Lamborghini will have 2 cars at the Pro Cup in Paul Ricard and will be represented by GRT Grasser Racing Team and VSR with a single car each. Beginning with the number 63 GRT Grasser Racing Team, the drivers will be Jordan Pepper, Luca Engsler and Mirko Bortolotti. And in the sister car number 163 VSR, the drivers will be Frank Pereira, Marco Mappelli and Sandy Mitchell. McLaren will also have 2 cars competing in the Pro Cup this weekend at Paul Ricard. Garage 59 and CSA Racing will be the team operators. In the number 59 Garage 59 team, the drivers will be Benjamin Gerda, Marvin Kirchhofer and Joseph Loke. And in the car number 111 CSA Racing, the drivers will be Simon Gachet, Artur Rugier and James Kell. Mercedes in the Pro Cup will have 4 cars competing and will be represented by Boutsen VDS, GetSpeed, Winward Racing and Nordique Racing with a single car each. In the number 9 Boutsen VDS, the drivers will be Maxime Martin, Maximilian Getz and Michael Grenier. In the number 17 GetSpeed, Jules Gaunon, Fabian Schiller and Luca Stoltz are the drivers. At the number 48 Team Manfilter operated by Winward Racing, Lucas Auer, Mauro Engel and Matteo Caroli are the drivers. And in the number 611 Nordique Racing, the drivers are Eduardo Liberati, Kazuko Kotaka and Yuichi Nakamura. And finally the Porsche, which will have 3 cars competing at Paul Ricard this weekend at the Pro Cup. Schumacher CLRT, Rutronic Racing and Pure Racing will be the teams with a single car each. At the number 22 Schumacher CLRT, Aijin Guven and Lauren Heinrich were retained and Klaus Bachler joins the crew replacing Dorian Bacalacci. At the number 96 Rutronic Racing, Alessio Picariello replaces Julian Anlauer due to his focus in Porsche Penske and Hypercar and joins Patrick Niederhauser and Sven Muller who competed for the team last year. And in the number 911 Pure Racing, Alex Malikin, Richard Leitz and Thomas Pryning are the drivers. Now about the schedule. On Friday, April 11th, we will have the bronze test, free practice and pre-qualifying sessions. And on Saturday, April 12th, we're gonna have the qualifying and the race sessions. And you can watch the qualifying and race on GT World YouTube official channel in English, German, French and Italian. So guys, these are all the cars and teams which will be competing at the 6 hours of Paul Ricard this weekend, which will be the GT World Challenge Europe season opener in 2025. So who do you think will win this race? So let me know down in the comment sections below. And if you want to watch more videos about GT World Challenge, IMSA and WEC, consider subscribing to the channel to not lose them. We see you in the next videos.